In this video, we will learn to identify two of the four basic sampling techniques. Suppose an employee in a polling firm wishes to gauge the public attitude towards a specific public policy. Each member of the population could potentially have an opinion about the policy. However, it would be impossible from a time and expense standpoint to poll each member of the population. In cases like this, where it would be impossible for researchers to gather the data associated with an entire population, a subset of the population would be used as a representative. This subset is called a sample. In order for this sample to be of optimal use to the researcher in making predictions about the population, the sample must be a good representative of the population. This simply means that measures associated with the sample would very likely closely approximate those of the population. In order to achieve this close approximation, established sampling techniques are employed. These sampling techniques are designed to eliminate bias. Information obtained from a statistical sample is said to be biased if the results from the sample are radically different from the results of a census of the population. For instance, if a pre-election poll suggests that a particular candidate for public office will receive approximately 62% of the vote, and then loses the election when his or her opposition receives more than 50% of the vote, then the polling results contained bias. In order to eliminate bias, statisticians use four basic methods of sampling that are designed to ensure that each member of the population has an equal probability of being selected for the sample. These four sampling techniques are called random sampling, systematic sampling, stratified sampling, and cluster sampling. In this video, we will focus on random sampling and systematic sampling. A random sample is a sample in which each member of the population has an equal probability of being selected. Suppose an executive of a company that employs thousands of people all over the country would like to include her employees in shaping the vision for the future of the company. This would require a considerable amount of time and effort for each employee who is included in the process. Therefore, it would be impossible to include the population in this process. She wishes for the opinions of the included employees to be representative of those of the entire company. She decides that there should be 30 employees on this committee. She coordinates with the Human Resources Office to create a database that assigns a unique number to each of her employees. She then uses a computer program to generate a list of 30 unique random numbers and uses them to select the employees for the committee. Since the numbers were generated randomly, each employee had an equal probability of being selected for the committee. A systematic sample is a sample obtained by selecting every kth member of the population, where k is a counting number. Suppose a bottling company would like to test the machines that are filling the bottles by selecting a sample of filled bottles and measuring the amount of product that the machine is putting in the bottles. The company's statistician goes to the end of the bottling line and selects every 20th bottle and removes it for testing. This system has thus generated a systematic sample. In this video, we learned how to identify two of the four basic sampling techniques.